Good morning, everyone, and it is Friday, finally, January 18th. Looking at coin market cap, the market cap of crypto is at $122 billion with a $16.7 billion overall 24-hour volume. The top 10 are still inside of that neutral zone. We're not too deep in the negative. We're not really too much into the green, except for Tron, of course. Tron is sitting at 3.96, 4 times larger than almost anything else in the top 10. So give it up for Tron, man. I'm telling you, Tron is just becoming my favorite coin. I cannot wait to see this come back down so I can start trading this coin back from a penny is where I want to start grabbing Tron again. And I have faith that my gap charts that I have laid out on my Discord will come to play. And then once those come back down to the last gap, like every other chart that I've done, then I will definitely start loading up heavy on Tron. Looking at the best performers for the past 24 hours, the top three, I can't believe 10x is doing a move of 29.15% after that, whole debacle with Julian Shop leaving 10x as the CEO and somebody else, the co-founder stepping in. They still managed to make almost 30% in the past 24 hours, so good for them. Steam is at 11.79%, and LRC is sitting at 7.86%. Let's jump into Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you can see here, we're starting to do a move. Just about 3 minutes ago, we opened up this candle here, but prior to that, we had a nice move to the upside, but again, we were rejected right here on this past resistance line. So we have not been able to cross that $3,610, $3,620 area. We've just been rejected, and the candles are actually closing below that. So this is our fifth attempt to break this line. We did break it briefly here, but generally it's been right below that line. We've been closing. So again, we're now getting rejected and getting smacked down. The MACD does look good at the moment only because it's reflecting that last candle moving up. The one that just opened is only about 4 minutes old, so that's where you see that end of that indicator just teetering back and forth. So unless we get some positive movement, then that MACD indicator is going to start turning neutral or bearish if we start having some profit taking and this candle comes right back down. So we'll keep an eye on that and see how that's playing out in the next few minutes or so. Well, actually, it has an hour. So in the next hour, we'll see how that indicator is going to play out. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, we actually just opened a new 4-hour candle. So that 4-hour candle you can see here reached that same resistance line and is now in the red, and it's only been 5 minutes. So we are above the 9 EMA. So we really have to maintain the liquidity here to not fall back underneath the 9 EMA. Now we've been able to hold a 9 EMA on the 4-hour time frame for, we got here 8, 16, for quite a bit, for over a day. We've been holding a 9 EMA. But unfortunately, right now, if you zoom in here, we are just right on that line, and we really need to maintain that. The 9 EMA would be at 3,600. 3601, and we're currently at 3606, so we're cutting it really, really close. Looking at the 12-hour time frame, you can see here the support is pretty heavy if we fall below this area here, but we are trying to break through the old support of the wedge and the new resistance of this wedge line. We are going sideways at the moment, but we do have a nice, starting to have a nice bullish crossing on the MACD on the 12-hour time frame. So the 12-hour time frame has a lot more weight than the smaller time frames. They do measure in bigger blocks. So the fact that we're looking good here is giving me a little bit of hope that we can maybe move back up to the upside and break that new resistance old support line and hopefully make it up to the 100 EMA, which would put us at about $4,000. We've been waiting for that target for quite some time. We have not been able to come too close to it. You can see here we had an attempt here, a couple of attempts here, but nevertheless we did not reach that 100 EMA. So that's my target. That's what I'm hoping. I really would hate to see another leg down. But, if we don't get that liquidity in, we are going to go back down. But we've been able to hold this area pretty strong now. I mean, these two support lines right here have been really, really good as of late. So let's see going into this weekend if we're going to be able to hold the support or if we're going to break down or hopefully have a little bit of a relief rally, give a chance to some of these altcoins to move a little bit to the upside before making our final descent down to test the old support of 3,200, which I don't think is going to hold, and I think we're going to go lower, sub 3,000. But for now, it would be nice to make some money and get some of these altcoins to pop and see some green across the board, just at least for some morale. All right, guys. Well, we will continue our live Zoom session, and we'll cover all the other alts and requests in about 4 hours when we do our live Zoom session for our Discord members. And for you guys that follow me on Twitter, have a wonderful weekend, and I will update you guys back on the market on Monday. I don't do these updates Saturdays and Sundays as my days off, so I will do these, resume these back up on Monday. Have a great weekend.